So today we're going to be talking about what I originally had planned for Scream 5 and 6. So this is the cast. This is what they look like for my Scream 5. So yeah, this is the cast. So first we're going to talk about the original plot for Scream 5. The original plot was going to take place 2 years after Scream 4. Kirby was going to be in college, and then a new Ghostface killer starts targeting her and her friends from college. We were going to go to Chicago. It was actually going to take place in Chicago. So this is how the storyline was going to go. Kirby had a boyfriend, an official boyfriend. She was still struggling from the events that happened in Scream 4. Sydney wasn't going to be a big part since it was Kirby's story. This was her story. This was her story. Dewey stayed in Woodsboro. And while Gail, she was in Woodsboro too, realizing her tarnished brand, as she said in Scream 4. So how will this connect? How will the murders bring back Dewey, Sydney, and Gail? Well, let me explain. The killers in this film, in this script, was going to be one of Kirby's friends, right? And we were gonna have that Scream 2 homage where Jill's father is revealed to be the mastermind behind these new killings. But his motive, he also wanted revenge for his daughter's death, homage to Scream 2 and Friday the 13th. So, it was gonna be Jill's father, and it was actually not going to be. It was going to have 3 killers this time: Jill's father, an old friend of Sydney's in middle school. I guess his name was Joshua. That was his name. I guess he had a crush on Sydney, and she never accepted him. And after he left Woodsboro and moved to Chicago for many years until he heard about Sidney Prescott. So, yeah, all that. The third killer was a part of his murder spree, but they would not be revealed, and they weren't going to be revealed in Scream 6. And let me tell you that the twist was set up for a sequel trilogy. Possibly, no. It wasn't set up for a new sequel trilogy because originally, if y'all remember, Kevin Williamson had a plan for 4, 5, and 6. Right? But then there was a plan to write 4, 5, and 6. 4 didn't really succeed. But I think there was going to be plans for 5 and 6 also. So, everybody want to know who died? Judy had died in Scream 5. Yeah, she did die in the script. Martha Meeks, she died, and Joel was in this script. But so 3 people that we remember had died. So people who got away from Ghostface, or they died. Survivors: Sydney, Dewey, Gail, Kirby, 2 of Kirby's friends, and a deputy. So, y'all are all survivors. Then, on to Scream 6, where this was like the biggest idea, and I had the biggest idea coming. It was going to close the franchise forever. All the pieces were going to be brought together. So, if you know, I just told you about. So, Scream 6 was going to take place in 2021. Or was going to take place 10 years after. It was going to take place 10 years. No, it was going to take place 8 years after Scream 5, and 25 years after the original murders. So that happened. So Kirby, her friends, moved. Now we're going back to Woodsboro, and this is where everything is messy, because Ghostface is back and he starts targeting her, but this time Kirby is not the target. I mean, she still is a target since she survived 2 massacres already. Sydney becomes a target. Sydney Prescott becomes a target once again, and she had to go through all this stuff. Who were the killers in Scream 6? Well, it turned out that it was Jill Roberts and Schumacher. It was Jill Roberts and Schumacher. And oh my god, a lot of survivors died. The deputy died. Gail died. Mark came in, but he died. Kirby, she survived. The 2 sorority sisters, yeah, they came back, but they died also. So, and Kirby's boyfriend died too. So, that was a lot of survivors from 4, and from the previous one. So, of course, Jill dies by Kirby, but Sydney takes out Sue, but Sydney ends up getting stabbed again, but survives. She survives. She takes Stu out, and then finish Jill off with a headshot. So that was my original idea for 5 and 6. Let's talk about, was there ever going to be a 7? Actually, now that you mention it, there was a 7, but I never did it. I never had it mapped. I had it mapped out. I did. You want to know the plot? You want to know the story? I had the plot. The plot was going to take place a year later, and Kirby and Sydney and some of the survivors, because there was only like 4 survivors. The 4 survivors, leaves town, goes all the way, and they leave to go on an island, like a huge, big island, and I guess Ghostface follows them there. I guess they film a movie there. They're filming a new movie, and Ghostface starts targeting. If you want to know who died, let me just say, Sydney died, Kirby died, and I guess Ghostface wins. That's as soon as I thought about Sydney dying and Kirby dying and Ghostface wins, I scrapped everything, even from 5 and 6. Everything was scrapped out. But let's talk about this Scream 5. This Scream 5 right here, you see, I showed you all the characters. This Scream 5 right here. As y'all can see, 3 people are mapped out. I can't tell y'all why they're mapped out, but I can tell y'all that I hope. And these are the chapters. We have the reboot opening kill, new generation, Ghostface kills again, Dylan's attack, suspects and questions, hospital visit, rules of a reboot, Gil and Kirby investigate, City Prescott return, Ghostface strikes again, Sydney vs. Ghostface, multiple attacks and murders, Ghostface delivers, Act 3, Ghostface reveal. And this is now, as the plot, I told you the plot, it takes place years later, someone dons a Ghostface mask and starts a new killing spree, uncovering secrets path. This is a huge spoiler, so beware what I'm going to tell you. This killer is going to be brutal, and there are some secrets that has not been uncovered. There is a little bit of dialogue about what happens, what will open up. Will Scream 5 open up Scream 6? Yes. Will Scream 6 open up Scream 7? Yes. This is actually going to be a trilogy. 5, 6, and 7, possibly an 8. But I'm not going to worry about that until 3 or 4 years from now. So, yeah, just be prepared when I'm done. I'll actually read this whole script for y'all. Then y'all can go ahead and start reading when I'll post this online. And if I'm able to share this script online, y'all will see it. Goodbye, everybody.